Hi everybody, welcome back to Prison Architect. Oh man, I am so sorry. There has been a long gap between episodes of this because I went away on vacation last week. And I didn't have enough time to get a whole bunch of stuff recorded. Anyway, if you're watching this currently, you'll probably notice a huge break. If you're watching this like 2 years down the road, hopefully with any luck, you will be doing that at some point. You probably didn't notice a damn thing, and you should probably ignore everything I just said. Anyway, I am back. And we are back in SummerSlam. And where were we up to again? Does anyone remember? I vaguely remember. We added like this. It's not really cell block B because we expanded cell block A. But anyway, we've made a lot more room for prisoners in general to come in here so that we can make more money. Because we're starting to run out of money a little bit. Well, I say that. I mean, there's 16,000 in the bank and we're making 171 daily. Which is not a lot of money, really, when you think about it. But we could be losing 171 daily, which would suck balls. So at least we're not in a situation where we're totally sucking balls. However, we probably are realistically in a situation where we totally suck balls. But there you go. We got a laundry room set up, did we? Let's just check deployment quick. Yeah, we did. We've got a laundry room set up, or is it logistics? It's logistics. It's not deployment at all. We have 3 dudes working in laundry. That's right. 3 dudes working in the kitchen. We have 3 dudes working in the cleaning cupboard. It's a big enough cupboard to warrant 3 dudes working in there, apparently. So we should be good. We probably need to swap the schedule around a little bit to reflect work times and stuff. But hey, look at this. Nobody should be having a riot tomorrow because look. Clean vests for everybody. That's right. When you come to SummerSlam, you can expect the cleanest of vests, and everybody should be pretty happy. Great. All right, so we have to raise our prisoner capacity to 50, which we're working on right now. We have some exhausted staff. We have some 12 families waiting to visit. That could cause some issues, so we'll probably have to get a visitation center set up before long. Man, we need some more capacitors as well. God damn it. Jeez. The tasks, they never end in this place. Alright, let's get 3 of these bad boys. It's going to cost us a cool 3K, 1K each per capacitor. But they're much needed because if there's one thing SummerSlam needs, it's power. That's right. We want to keep these animals detained for as long as possible. And power is the key to detaining an animal. I don't know if you're aware of that. But in Jurassic Park, they also used electricity to detain the dinosaurs because they're huge, they're vicious, and what better to keep a bunch of gigantic lizards that would otherwise eat people detained? That's right, an electric fence. We don't have electric fences at SummerSlam, but at least we have electricity in some way, shape, or form. And now even more so with capacitors. So that's good. Great. All right, well, I guess let's get some of these cells online. I was saying last time, let's not do that too quickly, though, because we don't want to have, like, a massive influx of dudes coming in, right? We want to control the amount of dudes coming in so that our guards can actually cope with those dudes. So let's just take in, like, maybe, like, 4 or so at a time, like 4 per day, or should we up that to 6? Do you think the guards can handle 6 new inmates, or if you would prefer slabs of fresh meat per day? I think they probably can just about handle that, so we'll go for that. Perfect. We don't need to, we could use the cloning thing, but this is a bit of a weird one, right? Because these are like different shaped cells and stuff. So we might as well just do this manually. And then I can sort of get back to grips with how this game works, because it's been a little while since I last played. Because like I said, I've been on a really spiffy family vacation. Great. All right. Beds, they will definitely need. Toilets, we'll hide the toilets around the corners so that these guys can have a little bit of privacy. These are like more luxury cells, I think, because of that as well. And then, of course, we'll have a light right inside, right in front of the John, so that these guys can go through the motions of inspecting their poos, because you should do that. I mean, if there's one way to stay somewhat healthy, I guess, it's to always inspect your own poops so that you know what's going on down there in the Gutty Works department. You know, you might notice something that is completely abnormal for you and your pooping regime, and that could sort of prompt you to go maybe to the doctors and say, listen, lady or man, I got a problem with my poops, and can you check me out? And they'd be like, yeah, of course, I'm your doctor. That's what I'm here for. I live to serve, and I live to investigate your poops to make sure that you're healthy and stuff. And then they take a look and they find out that actually it's what you thought all along. You have been eating too many peanuts. There is just like an abundance of peanuts in your poop, because you don't properly digest those things. They just come down fully formed, especially if you swallow them. You shouldn't just swallow a peanut whole, but if you feel really compelled to do so, well, you could expect to have nutty poops. And, you know, whether your doctor likes that or not, it's tough because you're a grown man. You're going to live your life however you want to. If you want to swallow peanuts whole, that's what you're going to do. Nobody's going to stop you, especially not some quack who thinks he knows better than you, or she. And there you go. That's some pretty decent health advice for you while we construct a couple of new cells for a bunch of degenerates to move into. We're going to need some doors. Perfect. And we're also going to need to make these actual cells. That would be useful. Where the hell are they? Come on, cells. All right, here we go. Cells here and cells here. Perfect. Once the doors go up, that should mean that we have some cells. Oh my god. Did we not deploy a dude to patrol here? In this cell block? Oh, you know what? I don't think we even had patrols set up at the time. Okay, well look, here's a patrol route. And there we go. We now have a patrol in cell block A.1. And this is going to be cell block A.2 because it's like the new part of it, right? That's how we're going to remember. Anyway, we now have a guard who is going to patrol cell block A.1. And it looks like who is in shower right now? It's the maximum security guys who are completely mixed in with the medium security guys. But anyway, we've adjusted their schedules so that the maximum security guys and the medium security guys don't mingle anymore. Looks like the max sec guys left a whole bunch of barf on the floor for the medium sec guys. I guess they just felt like they had to mark their territory or whatever. I mean, that's fair enough. It's kind of gross, though. There's better ways of doing that. For instance, you could get your toothbrush and snap it in half and take the pointy side to carve into the wall. I'm gonna fuck you up, Billy, or something like that. That would be a good way of marking your territory. And Billy would certainly never shower again. He'd be too scared for his life. But puking all over the ground is one way of doing it. Pooping as well. This guy wants drugs. Well, let's see how you like 24 hours in solitary for wanting some drugs. Brown? Who is this guy? Adam Brown. Violent disorders. 2 years. He's still got 2 years left to serve. And at least 24 hours of those 2 years will be spent inside solitary confinement for making a big rip roar about how he really needs drugs. Anyway, looks like we've gotten some new dudes in who are currently all stripping down nude in the reception area. Looks like one of them tried to bring in a shard of glass as well, which isn't the best. And they are currently being admitted to cell block A.1. Our latest and greatest. Look at that. We've gotten 6 new guys in, and look at our cash flows. Crazy. We're back up to 846 big ones a day, which is really good. I mean, our overall balance is starting to suffer, though, which isn't the best. And it looks like maybe we're not keeping up on meals and stuff. We have 2 cookers. I think maybe we'll need another one. All right. Well, fine. Let's do it. We'll get 1 more cooker in. We'll have to flip this bad boy around. Actually, you know what? Let's put it like right here. Which means that we'll probably need another cook as well. Or will we? Well, we got prisoners doing the cooking now, don't we? We have prison labor. We might as well use it. It'll certainly cut down on costs, right? These guys are just in here doing nothing anyway. I mean, we need some cleaners as well. Where the hell are all the janitors? Oh, I see. They're keeping the... Oh, they're probably just really busy on laundry duty at all times, and that's why we have some sort of... Oh no, we did! They did clean up the shower room. Fantastic. We had a massive situation where there was a lot of fungal growth in the shower, but it looks like they managed to get on top of it. What? Food? Chalk Ice Sorsby. You do not need any... You know what? That's 6 hours. That's a shot. That's 6 hours for complaining about food. Look at the size of you. You don't need any more food. Maybe 6 hours in solitary will do this guy some good. Maybe you'll be able to lose a bit of weight, get healthy again, think about what he's complaining about. You know, some people in this world never get food, Sorsby. And it looks like the reason possibly that they never do get food is because you're too busy eating it all. I'm just saying, Sorsby. That could be the case, but it's probably not the case realistically. Anyway, 6 hours in solitary? Man, running a prison is a lot like making love to a beautiful woman. You know, when they start to complain that maybe your lovemaking is not up to scratch, just put them in solitary confinement for 6 to 24 hours and then see how they feel about it afterwards. That's right. Anyway, that's pretty dark and grim, and I apologize. All right, so we've gotten 6 new people in. We got cell block B, which we're currently working on, and I think we can get another grant. We're going to need the money, so we might as well do it. Are we ready for short-term investment yet? I don't think we are, you know. I think visitation rights is definitely going to be the next one. We get a $5,000 advance payment and then a $5,000 completion bonus, and it'll probably alleviate some of this because some of these people are probably thinking, hang on a second, I haven't seen my loved ones in some time. I have a right as a human being to see my loved ones regardless of my actions in the outside world. So it's time to bring in the families into a visitation center, which I'm thinking possibly of locating down here. There's like this whole area down here that is not spoken for. It'll mean the families will have to come through the admin wing, but bear with me. Who's trying to steal a fork up here? Oh my god. Look at this. Weisenhoff tried to take a fork into the infirmary. For what reason? We may never know. Oh shit, that reminds me actually. Alright. Maximum security are not working. Oh yeah, normal security do actually have work time set out, so I don't need to change that. Okay, perfect. All right, let's get to planning. We'll get some walls in here. So I'm thinking that we'll use this like little alleyway here as a way for the prisoners to get into the visitation center, and then have another entrance here for the families to come into the visitation center. Okay. And then we'll make it so that no prisoners are allowed into this staff room. It just means that the families are going to come by and probably see Norma here watching the Golden Girls while she's on her break because we skimped on walls for the staff room. But it doesn't matter, okay? It's fine. We need to get these families in, and we need to find a decent place for them to come in. You know what? I take it all back. We're making the visitation center up here. That's right. We're going to just add it. We're going to tack it onto here, okay? And then all these families, they get it easy, right? These families, we should be catering to them, okay? They're coming to visit people who have committed crimes and have been locked up. So you know what? These families are going to have to live some of that as well. That's right. We're going to escort them all the way through the prison, past where all these people do their business every day, like making a mess in the canteen and the cleaning cupboard and whatever. And they're going to come in here and they're going to have a nice civilized visit with a bunch of animals, and it's gonna be crazy. All right, let's do that. So we want a brick building foundation with auto lights turned off. Perfect. We'll put that there like that, and we will also have a large jail door. Nope, we're gonna have a jail door because it's better. There, and then we can lock the families in there during lockdown if we need to, just to really scare the crap out of them. What the hell is this guy's problem? Exercise? You're gonna have to figure it out yourself, Bryant Doc Sloan, for 12 hours in solitary. That's right. There's plenty of room in there for push-ups and sit-ups. You complaining asshole? Jeez. It's not a charity here. I'm not trying to run a charity. I'm trying to run a federal correctional facility, which I could barely pronounce. Jeez. It's not fitness first. I don't have, like, any obligation to supply you with exercise machines. Jeez. Man, what a complaining, whining asshole. Well, let's see how he feels after, like, however many hours of solitary I sent him off to. Damn, that feels good. I wish that I could do this in real life. I wish I could send people into solitary confinement at various points in real life. I think that that would be therapeutic. I think it would be helpful in general to the general population, I think. Maybe not so much. Probably borderline illegal as well, but I feel like it would be a nice thing. All right, here we go. We'll get some lights in here. We are going to need some tables and stuff too. Where is this? Visitation. Can any... There it is. Look, it's already highlighted to say this is what you want. Visitation. All right, we have a visitation room. We need 3 visitor tables and a pool table. For real? I don't think the pool table needs to be in the visitation room, though. I think just generally we need a pool table. Maybe that's like something to do with like recreation or something. Okay, fine. Should we have a pool table inside the canteen? You know what? Why the hell not? There. We're like a forward-thinking prison with a pool table in the canteen. You know, if people are done eating their bacon or whatever, they can just go and shoot a few rounds of pool and stuff. And I think that that's totally fine for them to do. All right, visitation. What do we need? Visitor tables. We need at least 3 of these. I think we can do better than that. You could probably fit a whole ton of visitation tables in here. Really whack them out big time. There we go. 6. And you know what? We'll deploy a guard in here as well. Where is he? 1 guard. We're going to need to hire some more of these guys, I think. We have 12 guards and lots of doors to open. And 21 prisoners. 21 prisoners! Holy crap, that's insane. All right, perfect. Looks like the reception area has been cleaned up. All of the jumpsuits have been folded up and are ready for our next intake of prisoners, which should happen pretty soon, I would think. And with any luck, we will have some families visiting their loved ones who are currently incarcerated. Oh, man. And 5,000 bucks in the bank, because basically we managed to get all of these visitation tables done as well. It's a really boring room, and it's going to get really loud in here if like 6 different families are visiting. Lawyers and stuff as well, but there you go. I mean, it's not the Taj Mahal. It is just a correctional facility with a room for you to visit your loved ones. If you want to go to the Taj Mahal, book a fucking flight and go to the Taj Mahal, okay? That's all I'm saying to these families who are probably already complaining about how shitty this whole setup is. But there you go. Look at this. Families loose inside the prison. Look, there's a little kid here. He's going to be scarred for life. Look at him go. Oh, Jesus. He's probably like, Dad, that guy's looking at me and he's holding a knife. No, Billy, that's not a knife. It's just a broken piece of toothbrush that's been fashioned into a crude makeshift knife. Oh, Dad, that scared the... Look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy. It looks like Simon. Shit, that's amazing. Oh, well, anyway, Simon is here visiting one of his loved ones. And little Timmy O'Toole is here too. Oh, nice. Okay, great. We're also going to need a metal detector out here. They are expensive, but they're pretty useful. Because we don't want anyone slipping like Class A's to the inmates and stuff like that. No, sir. We're going to shove it right here. And that goes for visitors too. I mean, what if Timmy brought in like an AK-47? Just like hid it in his backpack or something. We need to search for this kind of stuff. We have a metal detector here as well, but you never know. We'll just put one there just because it looks cool and it makes me feel better. Excellent. All right, visitation is up and running. That means that we can probably accept a couple more prisoners. We're up to 21. We have 846 big ones coming in every day, which is pretty nice. Let's clone this cell here and repeat it a couple of times over. Let's also do this one. Repeat it a couple times over. And then all we got to do is extend the pipes. That's right. The pipe extension is in full effect. Probably need to extend the electricity down as well a little bit. That's fine. They can do all that while they're down here. And we'll probably need a couple of lights out in the hallway too, because it gets pretty dark out here. How do I have the lights set up? Like this. It's probably not the best light setup. It's probably using a lot more power than it needs to. But we got to keep things even and as symmetrical as possible, too, right? Oh, look, Sorsby's back for another stint in solitary. That's right, the first hunger strike was not enough. He's still a gigantic motherfucker, so he's back in there. Again, his second time in as many days in solitary confinement, thinking about how hungry he is. He keeps missing out on meal times. Look, there's perfectly good exercise equipment out here in the yard. And I'm pretty sure that maximum security do get yard time. Look, they do. It's not the same as normal security, but they still get it. So, Sorsby, I don't know what the fuck your problem is. Like, well, I don't know why you're just spending all of your break time or whatever on the phone, doing whatever, when you could have been out there exercising and fulfilling that need. But there you go, anyway. Fine. Alright, guards-wise, are we good? I think we're okay. We have a guard in the canteen. We have a guard in, there. In the visitation. We could probably get some more patrols set up so that we have like a bit of a line on some of this stuff. Like, let's get a patrol set up there. Where else would we need a patrol? You know what? We're gonna need like a patrol down here for sure. I can't remember where this even ends, but definitely need some vision down there. And the psychologist office does not need it, and oh, that should be fine actually, as long as this guy can sort of occasionally pop into the laundry room and just see what's up. That should be fine. And look, he's up here, he can open the doors for these guys too, because this door is like, I don't know if that's very useful actually, but we'll leave it like that for now, because I don't know if you've noticed, but so far so good in the sense that nobody's actually escaped from SummerSlam. A couple of people have died, yes, I'll admit that, but nobody's actually escaped, which is a pretty good thing. All right, we have 6 normal security prisoners arriving at 8 a.m. tomorrow. That's in 9 hours and 30 minutes. We are currently feeding most of the prisoners, I think, although there are a couple of hungry prisoners coming online, and for some reason, I don't know why, but like, I don't see any prisoners actually working in the kitchen or the laundry room or anything. Like, is that because these guys, like, can I actually see who they are? Qualified prisoners 0 in the kitchen. Okay. What about the cleaning ones? There's 7 jobs available in here. Alright. There's like 16 jobs available in here. Let's get everybody slammed in here. Like, we need this. We need to free up these cleaners so that they can clean up all these barf spots and like the fungal growths that seem to be appearing every. Look at this common room. This common room is awful. I really like it at the same time though. I mean, we can do better. We can do much better, but for now, this is pretty good. Where the hell is common room? Is anyone? Mail room. What is this? What the fuck? There's a fucking mail room and a library and forest. I knew there was forestry, but holy shit, there's like a whole bunch of new stuff that I never knew even existed. And actually, I'm getting kind of excited. I don't mind saying. I'm still looking for fucking common room. I can't see it anywhere. Like, is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, we want to extend the common room a little bit, and inside the common room, next to the phones, let's have a TV. Because why not? Let's have a bookshelf as well. Perfect. And what else can we shove in here? A radio. There, perfect. It is like a way to get into cell block A.1 from cell block A.2. But it's a fun connector because it's got phones and a TV and a radio and also a bookshelf. Oh, look at all these sleeping beauties. Everybody is asleep except Tim Noel, sentenced to 22 years for manslaughter. He's got a mother, a father, and 22 years. He's already served 5.2 years. He pled guilty, which was his first mistake, because now he's never getting out of here. He's probably going to die in here, because how old was he? Oh, he's only 29. What are we talking about? He's not going to die. He'll be fine. Unless he gets shanked. And then he may die. Unless he does the phone book trick or whatever, he'll be alright. Grants. Visitation's done. Do we want to go for this prison manufacturing facility? The advance payment is huge. And all we got to do is produce license plates, which honestly, I think we're at the point where we could start producing some license plates. That would be pretty sweet. And we could definitely use the 20,000 advance payment. Let's do it. Bam. Oh my god, 20,000 big ones. All right. Well, I think next time we will set up some sort of workshop for making license plates. Put some of these chuckleheads to work. That's, of course, the ones that aren't currently working in the laundry and the cleaning cupboard. I haven't seen any of them actually work yet. And I think that that may be something to do with the fact that possibly we need maximum security in on this as well. So let's give them some work time and see if that actually helps. There. Work. Right in the middle of this massive long area of lockup. It'll give them some incentive, right, to try to better themselves and get a job so that they can escape that long, grueling 4 hours of lockup. Great. All right, well, there you go. More Prison Architect. We're back. You can expect more episodes a lot more frequently than none posted for like 7 days, as was previously the case. So there we go. Hope you're still enjoying it. I'm still enjoying playing it. The goal here is to execute somebody in the electric chair with a death row and stuff. So when we get to that point, we can see if we still want to keep building SummerSlam or not. It's a pretty big map. We still got plenty of space to expand to and stuff. And so far, so good. It's very nice. And it seems to be working. And we're making money, too, which is a good thing. I might choke and die before the next episode, but you never know. Perfect. All right. Well, as usual, thanks very much for watching. And I'll see you next time.